Hey, what is up everyone, Nick here with my review for the Arrow Season 4 finale. This is episode 23 titled Schism. Now, as we knew in last episode, Darhk had entered Oliver and Felicity's apartment and was holding them hostage because he was going to go through with arming the nukes and destroying pretty much the entire world. He just didn't care at this point. He had lost his wife, all he had was his daughter left, and he was at that point just kind of willing to die and just take everyone with him. Now, I don't want to go too far in depth in the actual plot of the story. I just want to talk about what I felt about this episode and just kind of like a retrospective of the entire season. So at the end of the episode, spoiler alert here, this is going to be a spoiler-filled review by the way too. At the end of the episode, Oliver decides to kill Damien Darhk because he says he has no other choice. Now, I guess you could kind of look at this as okay, all the things that Damien has done, killed Laurel, tried to kill pretty much everybody. He tried to kill Oliver several times, and Lila, and pretty much every character that Oliver cares about. So, you can kind of see where Oliver's coming from. This is the one villain that I don't think would anyone want to come back, really. It's not like a Deathstroke situation where he claims that he had a choice whether or not he had to kill Slade because Slade killed his mom and everything. And so I kind of understood the ending of him killing Damien Darhk just given the circumstances, but I don't know, it kind of would have been better, more heroic I guess, if he didn't kill the villain this time, he just put him in prison. I don't know, but yeah, that was basically how the episode ends. They are able to defeat Darhk, stop the nukes and everything. They have a Dark Knight Rises style fight in the city streets, which is kind of funny to see because I think they actually did this at the end of season 2, if I am not mistaken, 2 or 3, where they had this kind of all-out city brawl. The whole city was in chaos and there were thugs everywhere. They were taking out people and there was a huge army of freedom fighters. I think it was season 2 against the Slade, the whole uprising thing. I think it was season 2. Correct me if I'm wrong though. But all in all, I think this episode was just pretty boring. It's just kind of a lackluster finale, especially given the fact that we just saw a pretty good finale last night on The Flash, and people, I think, kind of expected for Arrow to at least go out on a somewhat high note because the season has been so up and down with people. There's been such a divisive kind of approach that the fans have taken to the show. People are kind of reveling in the whole anti-Felicity thing, anti-Olicity and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a shame that the show has fallen this far. And to be honest, I'm really not looking forward to season 5 at all. It just kind of pains me to say that too because I had been such a fan of the show. I used to just love watching the show weekly. Back during the days of season 2, every episode was just so hype moments, with Slade as the villain, and then you had the Brother Blood storyline going on. It was great stuff with Roy. He was being mentored by Oliver. That was just amazing stuff. And then it's so weird how the show took such a nosedive. With season 3, it was it started off okay, and then went lower and lower and lower, and then with season 4 that we're oh, okay, we'll give him a chance. Maybe season 3 was going to be that odd one out. Maybe we'll look back on it in a couple years and be oh yeah, season 3 was the one you should skip, but season 4, they definitely bounced back. And then you watch season 4 and you're wow, this actually was worse than season 3. It actually was that bad. And at the end of the episode, pretty much all of Team Arrow except for Felicity leaves. They all pretty much leave Oliver, say, hey, we want some time off on our own now. We've dealt with Damien Darhk. We've had all these life-threatening situations, so we're gonna just kind of leave. And Oliver is kind of left in the cave on his own. And Felicity has this really meta line. It was actually the last line of dialogue in the entire season. She walks in the cave when Oliver's looking at the suits. She walks up behind him and says, oh, you thought I was leaving too? Not a chance. It was almost like the writers were talking to the audience, the people that don't like Felicity now. It's almost like they were directly throwing a middle finger at those people, oh, you think I'm leaving? Not a chance. It was a little odd, but I don't know. I'm gonna give this a finale a 5 out of 10. I really did not enjoy it at all. I can't lie to you guys and say, man, I love the finale, because I really didn't. And I'm a huge fan of the show. I used to be a huge fan of the show, and I like Steve Amell. I think he's a great guy. He's a very cool guy in real life, apart from his acting career and stuff. And I'm sure that Emily Bett Rickards is a fine person too, but I just can't get past that character. The Felicity character is awful now, and the show is just really uninteresting. I'm not invested in anything that's going on now. Plus the flashbacks this season were pretty awful. It was such a low payoff at the end when you saw Waller was just standing there. It was yep, that was it. Now we're leaving. And Oliver said another meta line. He was was that it? It was all for nothing? And it was almost yeah, it was. Those flashbacks meant literally nothing to the show. So all in all, I'm definitely not going to be checking back next season. If I do, I'll probably watch premiere and just kind of like judge it from there, but I'm just not hyped at all. I have zero interest in the next season unless they do something completely radical, like the Flash finale somehow like flashpoints everything and retcons like season 3 and 4. Maybe I would come back, but I don't know. All in all, I'm pretty much done with Arrow at this point. So if you guys got a chance to check this episode out, please let me know what you guys thought down in the comment section below. I don't want to like force my opinion on you guys. I'm just saying what I thought of the episode and the season thus far. But definitely, if you enjoyed the season, like, more power to you guys. Like, I know there's a huge fan base for the show, and it's cool that, like, you know, you guys are able to watch the show because it keeps getting renewed and stuff. So that's awesome to you guys. But like, I'm just saying I don't like the show anymore. So anyways, post your thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you think of the season finale, and what did you think of Arrow season 4 as a whole now that it is completely wrapped up? And are you going to be checking in next season for season 5, which will start this fall? If you are new to the channel and you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there, click that like button because it helps us out a lot. If you want to support us on Patreon too, that would be awesome. My name is Nick, and I will catch you guys next time.